Hi there, and good evening, and welcome to Sleepy Scions, a slow and steady let's play of Final Fantasy XIV, where we embrace the quiet. We read every line, and we enjoy lore like a bedtime story. This is a space for winding down, for letting go of our stress, maybe even nodding off while the adventure slowly unfolds. So, wherever you're at, however you're feeling, thank you for joining us. Let's make this time restful and kind. So, take a deep breath, relax your shoulders, and let the world wait a little while longer. We've got stories to uncover, slowly, softly, together. So, where we last left off with our champion, our character, Julia Gabagoo, we had just obtained a corrupted crystal that Sid was going to use on the Enterprise, his airship, in order to manipulate the ether that Garuda has been using to protect the area where she has been summoned. Because in order to reach Garuda to fight her, we are going to have to get to her. And the only way to do that with the airship that we have is to use a corrupted crystal to manipulate some ether. And so we've returned that to Sid, and he is now working on his ship. And from there, we will go after the Lady of the Vortex. With Sid's modifications now installed, the Enterprise is finally ready to make the journey to the Howling Eye. Hat. According to my tests, the device is now functioning in perfect harmony with the crystal, meaning we can leave whenever you're ready. But you must understand, tests can only tell one so much. Until we approach the Howling Eye, until we attempt to breach the barrier itself, I cannot be sure that this will work. I think it is only fair to tell you that there is a small but statistically significant chance that the crystal could trigger a massive well, perhaps let's put a pin in that. Perhaps, mayhap, it is better we remain positive. Julia, I want to thank you for reuniting me with my ship, for trusting in me to develop this plan, for everything. You've helped me to rediscover a part of myself I'd forgotten. I am not the man I once was, and I do not know if I shall ever be. But I do know one thing. This feels right. My apologies for the sudden outpouring of sentiment. I would have waited until after the mission, but, well, you understand. Yeah, because we could die. We could die?
There. She's ready.
Voice acting.
Ah, she stirs.
Why are you rubbing my hand, freak?
To Kurthus, and an audience with the Harpy Queen Garuda. Enterprise, engage.
Dog, I will forever think it's weird that we're flying like with these crazy forces and we're just kind of like standing there unrestrained, What are we just fucking air surfing or what?
Damn it. I once flew in this airship, and I was not alone. There were adventurers on board. Adventurers like you. Just how long have I worn these damn goggles? Ah, yes, I fancied myself a trendsetter in my younger days. The young prodigy, admired by all, exactly like his father. Born and raised in Garlean Empire. It was only natural that the precocious young student should become an engineer. Had his father not done the same? Father, when did we stop seeing eye to eye? When did Meteor become your everything, and your loved ones cease to matter?
Is that his dad?
You abandoned us all, but he was there for me, Father. There for me when you were not.
Gotcha. Never mind. Not his father. Just a father figure.
Though he proved no better in the end. Gaius was just another man, with an all-consuming obsession. And so I ran, left the Empire behind and came to Eorzea, where I built the ironworks. Yes, it was then that I first donned these goggles. Eorzea opened my eyes. It was home to so many manner of people, each with their own hopes and dreams. People worth saving, and so I fought beside them. I wanted to prove that my knowledge could serve a nobler purpose. I wanted to prove that there was another way. And it all began that day when I found my new home. I had forgotten how wonderful it was. The wind in your hair, the endless sky. That light. It was you, wasn't it? It's surprising how few people know this, but all pure-blood Garleans have a third eye. Perhaps mine helped me recognize you, or perhaps it was just a lucky guess.
I don't understand that.
The Enterprise was made for this, to carry Eorzea's protectors into battle. I am proud to be able to call her my own.
Sid? What exactly do you remember?
Alphinaud, my boy, sorry to have been such a burden. I remember everything. My name, my people, and my purpose. Everything.
We have Sid.
It would be rude to keep Garuda waiting.
We have Sid back on board. Sid. We have Sid. How exciting. All our efforts, all our travails, all of it was for this. Make ready, Julia, for the end is nigh, be it hers or our own. The Howling Eye. Any words of wisdom, Sid? What is it, Julia? Don't tell me you're having second thoughts at a time like this, or do you truly wish to return to Gridania? No. Let's get Garuda. Look at the windy boys. Let us go. Well, I do need to HUD layout. I would need to drag that there. Who dares intrude upon my sanctuary? Your insolence shall not go unpunished, landwalkers. 12 preserve. She's huge. As I live and breathe. Over there, look. Amalja and Kobold prisoners, but why would the Ixal bring them here? Ha 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 hee 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 hee. Wherefore do you come hither, foolish mortals? Garuda, we are come to put an end to your reign of terror. Hear you this blasphemy, my children? These landwalkers would bring me low. You who are bound to call upon this earth should revere me, for I am the wind. Do we not take to the sky and slip your defenses? We are bound by nothing, Garuda. You think your playthings give you strength? They will not help you here, Landwalker. This is my realm, where none can challenge my supremacy. Struggle though you may, I shall slake the roots with your blood and festoon the canopy with your entrails. Ha 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 ha. Squawk, slay the unfeathered ones, we shall. In offering to Garuda they will serve. Leave the Ixal to us, Julia. We will keep them distracted while you deal with her. Do not fail, Julia. Remember, you fight for the Scions, for Eorzea. This worm would die by my own hand. Come then, I shall grant you that which you seek. Yo, this music is sick. We did it. Garuda has been slain. No, 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 no. What? How in the hells? Ha 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 ha. This is my realm. You have no hope here. None. None. Did you truly believe you could defy a god, landwalkers? My power is limitless. My children, legion. And they have rendered unto me a wealth of crystals. Their gifts sustain me. Their faith empowers me. None save my children will escape the reckoning, mortals, and those who would use my crystals to waken the rest shall realize the folly of their faith. Then all shall worship none but me, the one true God. Of course, worship. So long as the Ix will keep praying, she will never fall. Then let's stop them. You guys were supposed to stop them while we were dealing with Garuda. Like, what were you guys doing? Buh. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Hee 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 hee. Hee 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 hee. Ha 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 ha. No harm will come to you, my children. This is only the beginning, landwalkers. All who oppose me shall suffer for their defiance. Soon the worms of the forest shall receive my judgment. The desert vermin next. Their walls of stone will not shield them from the tempest. And then I will take vengeance on the sea lice. Their wooden boats cannot outrun the wind. Tremble, mortals, for I shall visit you in all time. Visit you all in time, and all shall be mine. All mine. You, landwalker, you who dared to raise your hand against me, you shall be the first to pay for your sins, not with your death, but with your life. You will serve me, landwalker, to your last breath. No, no, I claimed you. You should be mine. A crystal. You shouldn't have. It's green. What? What are you? What have you done to me? No mortal should possess such power. This is impossible. Do 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 ba boo ba 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 ba. What's weird is like she's gone, right? I thought so anyways. So like the wind should be gone. 3 comms. Yes. Yeah, let's go.
Why do you not tremble at my might? Why do you not beg for mercy? Why do you not die? We've done it. Impossible it is.
Kill you all. Is that all? Oh, Lady of the Vortex.
Oh shit.
Oh, terrible. I say again, is that all?
Gaius!
Ah, Sid, my boy. You look well. For one who has forsaken kin and country. I wonder what else you will forsake before the day is done.
What?
What exactly did you hope to accomplish here this day? Well, I shall accomplish far more.
He just has a gun.
Is that all? Is that all? Insolent mortal! I shall make you suffer! That foul stench! I see now. She has touched you! Very well.
Seven hells, does she still mean to fight?
Our Lord of the Inferno Almighty brought us succor in our hour of need.
Save us, Titan, Lord of Crags! It hurts us so! The pain! The pain!
What is she? 12 preserve. She cannot mean to.
Oh no. She brought them all here so that she could summon all the primals.
No. No, this is all wrong.
Stop gawping, boy! We must run!
Surrender yourselves unto me. I would feast upon your ether. None shall stand against the wind.
Bear witness to the glory of the Empire!
Holy hell.
It is you who will suffer, Garuda. Ancient Alec had ways of dealing with your kind. Now, look on their ultimate weapon, Icon, and despair.
No! No! No!
Oh man, he just ate Garuda.
Magnificent. It exceeds all expectation.
With each primal it consumes, it grows more powerful. A marvel, is it not?
We have a problem. We have a massive
Such
problem.
is the fate of those who oppose the Empire. There will be no warriors of light to save you this time. If your leaders are as wise as they are reported, they will surrender. Your skills are impressive, but they will not be enough.
How can something like that fly?
12, have mercy. What chance have we against such an ungodly creation? And who was that armored devil?
That was Gaius van Balsar, legatus of the 14th Imperial Legion and supreme commander of the Garlean invasion force in Eorzea.
Of course. The Black Wolf. How could I not realize? Grandfather mentions him in his journal.
I was never so naive as to think the man would abandon his ambitions. But these developments are beyond my worst expectations. What have you been doing these past 5 years? How could something of this magnitude have escaped the Alliance's attention?
We heard no whispers, saw no signs. In the wake of the calamity, the Empire seized land and built outposts, but that was the extent of their aggression.
Damn it, Gaius! Where in the 7 hells did you find that thing?
It has been a day of unexpected developments, but the fact remains, Garuda is no longer a threat. While I take no comfort in the manner of her downfall, it does mean that we may safely put the matter of the primals to one side, for the time being at least.
Which just leaves the matter of Gaius's new toy.
Indeed. That weapon poses the greatest threat to Eorzea. It must be destroyed. But first, we must needs find out all we can. Let us make for Vesper Bay. We shall rebuild the Scions.
I accidentally clicked. We must find out all we can. Oh, that's all he said. Okay.
All is not yet lost, my friend. For we bear the light, and shall surely lead our people from the darkness.
Well, that was an experience I would rather not have again. Something has been troubling me, Julia. Shortly before the Black Wolf took center stage, when Garuda attempted to claim you as her own, I could have sworn I saw... but I'm sure I was mistaken. In times of great stress, the evidence of the eye is apt to be misread by even the most inquiring mind. Forget I mentioned it. Returning to the subject of our earlier discussion, we may consider the matter of the primals closed until further notice. No beast tribe would dare summon their god so long as that weapon exists. Truly, a more effective deterrent I could not have imagined. It almost seems a shame to plot its destruction. Free Wing Knight. Reclamation. Alfino is ready to return to the Waking Sands. It is past time that we return to the Waking Sands. To leave our headquarters in disrepair any longer would be to dishonor the memory of those who fell there. We have been brought to our knees, but we will rest, rebuild, and rise once more. Hooray, return to the Waking Sands! One moment. Enter the Waking Sands. Tell me, Julia, does aught here strike you as odd? I see signs of recent habitation. Could it be that we have trespassers? Mayhap it is just my imagination. Come, let us proceed into the solar. Wait. Who goes there? Now, Ida. Is that any way to greet a friend? Alfino! Julia! Sid? Wait, is this a dream? Not that I'm aware of. It's been a while, Ida. I don't believe it. I was sure you'd been... This place has seen better days. I wasn't actually here when I was still in talks at the Adder's Nest. The first I knew about it was when I came back and I saw... Ida. The church had taken care of the bodies, but that still left the stains. It was hard to know where to start. If Y'shtola hadn't been here to help me... Y'shtola is here too? Yes, but she's not here right now. She's gone to Ul'dah to meet a man who might know what happened to the others. Papalimo and Minfilia weren't among the dead, according to the church. Y'shtola thinks they were taken somewhere. Upon the orders of the Black Wolf, no doubt. Why would he want them? Because they possess something he desires. Knowledge of another power that can be brought to bear against the primals. One that Gaius has yet to harness. The Echo. Echo, echo, echo. Gaius will be aware of his existence, as well as the immunity it grants the gifted to the primal's influence. Powerful though his Allagan weapon may be, he would doubtless desire such protection. He means to use Minfilia to gain an understanding of the Echo, none of which explains how the Empire came to know of the location of the Waking Sands in the first place. No matter, the Empire has shown its hand, and now we must act. It is up to us to rebuild the Scions and save Eorzea. Can I count on you, Ida? What? Oh, yes, of course, whatever you need. We can discuss our next move upon Y'shtola's return. For now, I say we rest.
Hear, feel, think. Bringer of light, brave gatherer of the crystals, thy soul burneth bright. I am Hydaelyn, all made one. Hearken unto me now, for the darkness doth begin to spread.
Hydaelyn is massive.
The bearer of the crimson brand, for he is the avatar of shadow, whom death attendeth always. The crystals shall be thy salvation, thy blade and shield both. Steel thyself, for at the appointed hour thou shalt stare into the heart of darkness. Go with caution, my child, but fear not, for I am ever with thee.
Okay, so Hydaelyn's our mommy. Got it. Y'shtola. Julia. I see you and Alphino are safe. And Sid? That we five should meet each other, thus defies simple explanation. It is as if the benevolent hand of Master Louis Soir guides us still. He would not see us undone so easily. Not now, when the need is so great. I know where Minfilia and the others are being held. Where? An imperial stronghold in the heart of Mordona, Castrum Sentry. Ishtola wishes to discuss the fate of the prisoners being held at Castrum Sentry. The rescue of our allies would be no small undertaking, Julia. Even under normal circumstances, breaching the defenses of an Imperial castrum would be a highly dangerous proposition. But now that Castrum Sentry houses prisoners whom the Garleans deem valuable, we may be confident that they have taken additional measures to ensure the stronghold's security. If we are to free our friends, we would require an effective strategy. And if we are to formulate an effective strategy, we will require intelligence. I believe I know a man who may be able to assist us in this. Lord Portlane of House Durandare. He is stationed at the observatorium in Quarthus. Let us go to him and beseech his aid. To Quarthus. Let's take a porter. It's just 60 gil. Excuse me, crocodiles. We made it. Ah, Julia, the woman who unmasked the heretic in our midst. To what do I owe the pleasure of your company? You are an associate of Y'shtola? But of course. Lord Trillamont confided to me that you were a scion of the Seventh Dawn. Castrum Sentry, what interest have you all in the Imperials? They hold several of our number, whom we intend to free. Any information you can provide would be greatly appreciated. I see. That might explain our scouts' reports. They observed 4 prisoners being led to the castrum, a Herian woman, an Elizan man, and 2 Lalafels, 1 male, 1 female. It's them. It has to be. Menphilia, Uriange, Papilimo, and Tataru. If that scant morsel is of use to you, you may also be interested to hear about a more recent incident. Incident? An Imperial airship made an emergency landing here in Quarthus not long ago. 2 men believed to be prisoners, a Rogaden and a Lalafel, were seen fleeing the craft. What did you say? A Rogaden and a Lalafel, Master Garland. Neither wore Imperial dress, and they both seemed disinclined to wait for rescue. Hence our assumption that they were prisoners. Well, I'll be damned. It's Biggs and Wedge. Trust those 2 rascals to escape? We must find them, Julia, and soon. The Imperials will not rest until they are captured or killed, and if Biggs were given the choice, I fear he would take the latter. Freeing those held in Castrum Sentry will require substantial planning and preparation. As such, it is an endeavor that will admit some slight delay. The matter of the escapees, by contrast, will not. Shortly after the prisoners vacated the airship, our scouts observed Imperial troops setting off in pursuit. It is likely only a matter of time before they catch them. If you wish to see your comrades again, you had best act now. If, as has been suggested, the Garleans took our fellow Scions prisoner in the hopes of understanding the Echo, it seems reasonable to assume that they will not be executed until such time the study is complete. But Biggs and Wedge are not Scions, nor do they know aught of the Echo. As Lord Portelaine said, this may prove our only chance to rescue them. I say we seize it. Thank you, everyone. You won't regret this. Look at these yahoos. Final preparations are almost complete, my lord. Final preparations are almost complete, my lord. There stands the culmination of 5 long years of painstaking work, but all our effort will be vindicated when the Emperor's vision becomes reality. At last, we have the power to purge this land of its false gods. We shall give the ignorant children of Eorzea the security and the stability they so desperately crave, and which their spineless leaders have so palpably failed to provide. As you say, my lord. Rest assured, our engineers will not rest until the weapon is fully armed and operational. Retaten, you depart for Castrum Occidens at midnight. You will command the Western Front in Vilbrand. The Eorzeans will attempt to interfere with our plans. You will see that they do not. My lord, if this be your will, I shall carry it out to the best of my ability. I live only to serve the Empire. Yet forgive my impudence, but is it proper to give command of half of our forces to I have given you nothing. Praefectus, you have earned it. That will be all. Dismissed. Yes, my lord. My quarters, 1 hour. Damn, they gonna get jiggy with it. Lord Portelaine would like to aid you in your search for Biggs and Wedge. My purpose here is to reconnoiter. It's like reconnaissance? Reconnoiter Garlean activity along Abelathia's spine. Owing to this, I have the honor of being acquainted with Y'shtola. Now, the report of the Imperial's airship emergency landing came to us by way of Desmail Darkhold, situated to the west. Our man stationed at the entrance, a knight named Briselt, may be able to help tell you more. So as to expedite your mission, I shall furnish you with a letter of introduction. I pray that you will soon be reunited with your comrades. May the Fury grant you strength. Man, phew. I feel like my eyes are getting bad. That was a tough read. You stand before Desmail Darkhold, the subterranean fortress excavated by the great Ishgardian house of the same name. None but authorized personnel may enter. Well, here's a letter. A letter from Lord Portelaine? So you have come about the Imperial airship. According to our scouts, the vessel had scarce touched the ground when a pair of men, captives by all accounts, burst forth and bolted. Imperial soldiers have since been sighted in the area, seeking to recapture them. What? The captains are like to be your friends, you say? Then let us pray that they are yet a step ahead of their pursuers. The emergency landing reportedly took place near the Aurum Vale, situated south and west of here. I suggest you take your search there. Seek out a knight named Perimons. He should be able to assist you. Biggs! Wedge! Where are you? The Imperial airship? Aye, I saw it approach to land with mine own 2 eyes. I hastened to the landing site, arriving just in time to see the vessel take to the skies again, but not before it had deployed a detachment of troops. Gruff orders were being barked, and there was an air of consternation about them. Footprints in the snow. Sir Paramount wants to share with you what he knows of the 2 fugitives. They were prisoners aboard the airship, it seems, and they seized the opportunity to flee when the vessel was forced to land. The Garleans who were deployed formed search parties and proceeded to scour the wilderness. In order to alert our forces, I returned to my post to find evidence that someone had been here in my absence. Whoever they were, they tried the door to no avail and decided to go elsewhere. In all, I marked 2 sets of footprints, one large and one small. If you search the area, mayhap you will be able to follow the footprints to their owners. Them's little guys. It looks like they're going this way. Looks like they're turning the corner this way. Looks like they're going this way. Looks like they're squiggling. Looks like the Lalafel's drunk. What am I, the Witcher? Jesus Christ. Under the bridge. Alas, we found Wedge. So cold. I want to go home. Hi, Wedge. Ooh, please don't eat me. I'm not nearly as succulent as I look. It's all skin and bones underneath, I swear. Julia, it's you. Thank goodness you're here. It's been awful. The Garleans were snapping at our heels like a hungry pack of wolves. I was so hell-bent on evading them, I almost ran headlong into a monster's gaping maw. Thrice. And when I finally found cover, it hit me how cold and hungry I was. Biggs? He isn't here. He went off in a different direction to lure our pursuers away. It's me, Sid. Have you had any success? Yep, Wedge here. Track down Wedge? That's wonderful news. Now what of Biggs? No Biggs. I see. Well, it hardly surprises me that the big fellow went off as he did. For all the tongue lashings he gives Wedge, he's always taking care of him. I've scoured the area surrounding the Darkhold, but have nothing to show for it. At any rate, we know for a fact that Biggs headed west. With both Ida and Ishtola helping out, I'm sure he'll turn up soon. Now then, I'll make my way over to your position while keeping an eye out for Biggs. If memory serves, there should be an Ishgardian fortification not far to your west, Monument Tower. I believe it's called. Let's meet there. Dare I hope, was that Master Garland you spoke with? After 5 long years? Thank goodness he's alive. I'm feeling better now, Julia. Let's go to Monument Tower and wait for the chief to arrive. Where are you, Biggs? We did it. Well met and welcome, adventurer. What brings you to this frozen corner of the realm? Oh, it would seem your companion has caught a chill. Come and warm yourself by the fire. I will bring you a hot broth. How are we feeling now, then? Stay here, as long as you need. The same goes for you, friend. 'Tis plain you have had a hard journey ahead of you. 'Tis plain you have a hard journey ahead of you. You must find rest when you can. Vincenzo, get the fuck out of the way. Wedge is gravely concerned for his missing companion. I'm fine now, thanks to you, but I can't bear to think that Biggs is still all alone in the cold, with Garleans on his heels. He lured the enemy away for my sake, and now he's suffering for it. I hate to have to rely on you again, Julia, but do you think you could search for Biggs? I haven't the slightest notion where he might be at the moment, but maybe, just maybe, the people here have seen something. A Rogan gentleman dressed in the same manner as your companion. I'm sorry, but he did not come by here. Let me think for a moment. I would not raise your hopes unduly, but there is a cave situated a short distance to the south. We call it the Fury's Gaze, and it may be worth the while to investigate. I make the suggestion only because your friend seems like a selfless sort. Rather than drawing the enemies to this tower, mayhap he elected to pass us by. It's a good thought. Good guy Biggs. Revenants. All right, we got to get out of here. Nobody in the cave. Julia, were you able to learn anything? Not in this area. Well, that stands to reason, I suppose, seeing as he was trying to lure the Garleans away from me. But where within this vast sea of snow and ice could he be? Notorious Biggs. We can't give up, Julia. We must find Biggs before he succumbs to the cold or is recaptured. There must be someone in this tower who can help us, even if it's only to tell us where to look. Ask them for me, anyone who will listen, and hurry. Biggs' chances of survival grow slimmer by the moment. If you're that worried about Biggs, why don't you go look for him? I'm so worried about him. Can you go look for him? Your friend is lost in the wilderness, you say? If he's not to be found around here in the vicinity of the Darkhold, it is possible he made for Whitebrim. To reach it, one must travel through Daphnin Pass, the southern end of which lies to the north and east of here. While I make no guarantee that your search will bear fruit, it is surely better than worrying in idleness. I wish you luck. Oh, and one more thing. Do tread warily when climbing the stairs here. Not a moon ago, I nearly broke my neck when I slipped and took a tumble. Whee! Well, the good news is, if you're 100% health, you cannot die on a fall. Fall damage is percentage based. Ishtola. Our orders are to take you back, dead or alive. Which will it be, engineer? Why don't you come and find out, Tinhead? Ah, Julia, it is well that you are here. The situation is grave. Biggs is in a bad way. We need to do something right now. Ida has the right of it. He will perish if we delay. With me. He is not alone. Kill them all. Hold your ground. Reinforcements are coming. Ida, less provoking and more pummeling, if you would be so kind. Vanguards, destroy them. More vanguards, huh? More than a conductive to merriment. Next time, Ida, something, something, something. We did it. My thanks. Another moment and I would have... He has been too long in the cold. We must find shelter for him. Well, there's a tower over here. Monument Tower. Monument Tower, you say? Very well. Ida and I shall bear him with all haste. Sid will be so happy to see Biggs and Wedge again. Aw, I love reunions. I love reunions, yes I do. I love reunions, how about you? Wow, that's a lot of Gil. I cannot thank you enough, Julia, and the same goes for the rest of you. Thank you all so much. Oh, don't mention it. We are a family, are we not? Well, yes, it's just, I didn't think I'd ever see him again. I owe the lot of you my life, and you saved Wedges too. Julia, I'm losing count on how many I owe you. Biggs, Wedge, gods, it's good to see the two of you again. Chief, it's you, it's really you. In our hearts, we knew you were still alive, but to finally see you in the flesh. When Alfino told me of the raid on the Waking Sands, I feared the worst. What happened? The enemy struck with nary a warning. We didn't stand a chance. Wedge and I were in the workshop when they came. Before we knew what was happening, the Imperials had us at gunpoint. It must have been awful. That's one thing I don't understand, though. How did the Garleans get there so fast? I mean, the Immortal Flames should have seen them coming, right? I myself have asked the same question. That day when I returned to the carnage at the Waking Sands, I noted not a miss in horizon, nothing at all to suggest the passing of an Imperial force. From this, I concluded that the Garleans came neither by land nor air. Nay, they were born there by potent teleportation magics of the kind used by Ascians. Carry on. We were bound and blindfolded and bundled into the cargo bay of an awaiting airship. I can't rightly say how long we were aboard, but when the time came for us to disembark, we found ourselves in the midst of an Imperial stronghold, Castrum Sentry. Upon arrival, we were marched off into the main complex. Biggs and I were thrown into a detainment cell together, while Menphilia and the others were taken elsewhere. That was the last we heard from them. Castrum Sentry. What happened next? Well, we were held in isolation for what felt like years, but was probably moons. Or maybe only weeks. And then, without warning, the Imperials collected the pair of us and put us on another vessel, which we found was bound for Garlemald. Much to our dread, we knew that if we were taken back there, we weren't like to leave again. So risky though it was, we sabotaged the ship's altitude control and therefore forced an emergency landing, and in the midst of all the ensuing chaos, we managed to slip our captors. The rest, as they say, is history. Ha! If I didn't know better, I'd call that a likely story, sabotaging the altitude controls of an airborne vessel. That will have been Biggs' handiwork, like as not. You always were resourceful in a tight spot, my friend. Julia, thank you for returning my dear assistance to me. It would seem I owe you yet another debt of gratitude. There are still many questions in my mind, but the answers can wait. Menphilia and the others still want for rescue. All right, you lot. Garlean Ironworks is back in business. Let's go and give the Imperials the what for. Hurrah! All right, so we saved Biggs. Now we have to go save the rest of the Scions. All right, so we're going to talk about that strategy next session. All right, so thank you so much for stopping by. We defeated Garuda, found out that the Garleans have a crazy mechanical primal thing that can absorb the power of primals that it defeats. That seems like a problem, an ongoing problem. And we are now in the midst of trying to rebuild the Scions by rescuing those who have been captured in the attack on the Waking Sands. So we have since recovered Biggs and Wedge, and now they've been reunited with their master, or their leader, Sid. And now we're going to devise a plan to get the rest of the Scions back. And with that, we will return for the next session and start that journey. So I want to thank you all for stopping by. And as always, do the YouTube videos. And I want to wish you a good night. Sleep tight, and we'll see you next time.